Are you good at identifying great opportunities to make great money and success in your career? Most probably not. And most people are in the same boat. Why is that? We all look for social proofs before we consider an opportunity as highly rewarding financially or other ways. And great opportunities don't come with that proof. I'll tell you an example. Flipkart, it's like Amazon in India. Would you refuse to join Flipkart when you are the third employee? Someone had a great opportunity to join as a third employee and hold great number of shares and great money, but they still let it go. And founders were almost begging them to stay or very hard to trying very hard to recruit people when the company started. So it is a funny story. What happened is they were trying to recruit people and they were finding it hard because in Bangalore, Koramangala, they had first floor apartment where they were running the company, and they recruited a guy after very hard effort. He came on the way. They had to be very careful. So they went down to the ground floor. There is a dog, street dog that lays down and sleeps there. So they had to ensure the dogs doesn't stay in the entrance. It was a pet to them, but still, so that the employee doesn't get scared, the new guy coming in. And then he comes in and stays for until lunch and says, I'm going for the lunch, and never comes back. This is a story, it has happened to me as well, you know. So why is that? Because there are not many other employees, the office doesn't look great. This is the story of many startups that have succeeded, many people who have failed to recognize the opportunities. Yes, not all the startups succeed greatly, but if you keep your skills honed, finding other opportunities are not difficult. But the opportunities to survive are not difficult. But the opportunities like Flipkart, that don't come by often. So this is the reason the guy was looking for the social proof, and the social proof doesn't exist in a startup that becomes a great multi-billion company like Flipkart or Uber or whatever other big companies are, like even Apple. So they were soldering by hand in Apple One computers, boards they were selling. They were not computers even. It was for hobbies they were selling. So would you have joined that? Most probably not, because everybody is looking for good pay, security. Even Steve Wozniak, Apple co-founder, was working in HP and offered them the Apple design computer first, and they refused. They didn't want it. Imagine that. HP refusing a great product that is going to rule the world, like that's going to start the company that is going to rule the world. That's how they failed to see the opportunity in him, and then he gave it to Steve Jobs second. And then they did everything in his garage, soldered and all, sold everything. Imagine being one of the first few employees of Apple. You will have great shares, number of shares. Even if not many, the money worth today is great. That's the case with Flipkart. So this is how we all fail to see the opportunities. Opportunities, when they are like seeds, babies, they don't look great, grand. They don't look like a great banyan tree. They don't look like a great opportunity. They don't have social proof. They don't come in newspapers. They don't come in TV. This is how we all fail to see the opportunities. And it's very, very important as the economy is developing, so many new companies are coming up. People should be aware of it. Joining Microsoft, Apple, or Google is great. That will give you great social proof. You will be recognized. You know, so most people are sucker for recognition. Recognition. So they want to be seen as status quo. They want to have status in the society. So choose those companies. But startup companies, those are the ones, the company that launch rockets. You see, now everybody would want to be working in that company because it's successful. But when it started, many would have had the opportunity, but may not have joined. So the point is, in hindsight, and in retrospect, we can say I should have joined that company. But being have that foresight to join this company early, that's foresight, that's skill.